Welcome into Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair and JP. You guys, it's Tuesday. We have quite a day. Jared Hudson's coming on the show in the 3 o'clock hour. We have a montage with a little treat. How about that, JP? Is that fair?
Yeah, I think that's fair.
I'm the only one that's out of the loop here.
Well,
you're not out of the loop.
You're not.
No, you said it was a surprise, and I'm the only one that doesn't know what's going on.
Well, it's just a little teeny, tiny little tidbit of a surprise.
I love surprises, actually.
And let's see what else. Allison bought us a frother.
Show them your.
And
they can't see your.
You
coffee.
can't see. Well, you can.
Can you
Allison bought us a frother, and that means that my K-cup, which no dignified coffee drinker admits to K-cups, but it's an office thing, right? Every single one of you know what I mean. She brought a frother.
Are you about to cry?
This is like the best day of my life.
She's tearing up.
This is the best day of my work life ever.
JP,
like,
guy
come on, lady, get it
Monster
together.
energy drink
Barely.
today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So
tell us
Is it
about
that bad of a day?
well, I didn't sleep very well last night, so I had
Why?
to come in and get a Monster. I don't know, man. It's just it's
'cause
a problem.
You went out to dinner with my family and you were so traumatized?
I do need to know about dinner.
My OCD is really good because I'm a perfectionist and I feel like I work really hard at certain stuff, but then it just does not turn off ever.
Okay.
So I'm just up and it's a problem. So
But what are
last
you
night was
OCDing about?
anything and everything, something to fixate on. You obsess over thoughts, what if scenarios, anything it can fixate on. But so I didn't want to take melatonin again.
Good
And
for
so I was up, and then at 2:30, I was like, okay, I'm taking melatonin. I'm going to bed. This is ridiculous. So that's why we got
Did it work?
It did. We got a white Monster on the way in, and then I'm an idiot because I forgot to refill the water before making my coffee, so it gave me like this much, and it's like
Ew.
I'm
JP.
during
Espresso.
during the break, I'm gonna have to go make another.
JP.
Well, we can froth you some milk. And you can make it.
Magnesium L-threonate.
Once again, write it down.
Take it at night. Take it at about what time do you go to bed? Midnight.
I try to go to bed at like
right.
10:30, 11.
All right. Take it at least an hour before you're going to go to bed. All right. So with dinner, and it's going to make you tired, but you will sleep like a rock and your thoughts will not race and you'll wake up and go, oh, I feel great. I'm telling you, I'm not momming you. I'm friending you on this one.
Or I could just take like 50 milligrams of melatonin.
No. The reason you can't
Absolutely
sleep is
not.
because your body stops making melatonin when you supplement it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's typical. It's a typical problem with me though.
JP, just try it.
And you need to get your circadian rhythm back on track.
Yeah.
I know that's the problem.
So when you wake up in the morning, you're supposed to go straight outside, even if it's cloudy. You spend like 20 minutes outside. Go drink your coffee outside. The sunlight, let the sunlight get in your eyes in the morning. And then you go out in sunset. And you let the sunlight and the sunset get in your eyes. And then your body's like, oh, morning, night. And then you put on your blue light glasses and you get off your phone like 2 hours before you want to go to bed. And then you sleep.
No, you know what I do? I hit snooze for about an hour. And then I realize, I have to get up. And then I get up, get dressed, and walk out the door within 10 minutes. That's what I do.
Okay,
wow.
well,
Okay. JP.
Look, he's always gets his job done though.
He does always, and he does a good job. Like no complaints, but we're your friends and we want to help you.
Oh, I want to help, man. It's ridiculous. I want to go to sleep.
Don't take melatonin, take magnesium. Your body needs it and your body will thank you because you'll wake up rested tomorrow.
Let me tell you something though.
What?
I was feeling this Monster going through my veins for about 2 hours today. It was awesome.
Was it like, do you just like,
Are you crashing now?
Yeah, I was starting to crash for the show, but y'all should have seen me in here. I was a workhorse, a machine.
Were you?
Oh.
It
Like,
was.
What does that look like? Because we're not here. We come strolling in after you've done all the work. So what does it look like when we're not here? If we set up a camera, are you like typing cat? Like,
yeah, I'll have
It's
either
like meet the parents typing.
either music or a stream or something in the corner, and I'm literally just headphones on typing cat. Yeah, for about 2 hours. I just go.
but I mean, what are you typing about?
I'm making edits of
Okay.
content. I'm doing something with new bumps or all the things. re-editing all the content is like an hour and a half in itself.
All right, Tommy Tuberville liked the bumper music.
Yeah, he did.
I
did.
went back and watched that, and it was funny.
Bravo.
And what y'all couldn't see before, so he joined on StreamYard, and he couldn't see us yet, but we could see him during the break. And he was dancing during the break too.
He was.
And so we all were
Legitimately.
crowded behind the computer watching him.
I mean, that's something when your senator.
He made the rounds yesterday. He was on Will Kane. He was on
Steve Bannon.
Steve Bannon.
And he was on with us.
Y'all,
Mhm.
did you see? We have made it. We've got some serious haters.
Yeah, we do.
And this makes me so happy. Like AL.com is coming after us. Birmingham News, Care. That one kind of scares me. Like, hide your dogs. Lock up your tires.
Do we need to
don't
start
hide
coming
your
armed?
dogs. Don't hide your dogs.
Well, I mean,
I'll tell you in the break why.
do they not? Oh, they don't like dogs.
That's true.
Anyway, yeah, we've got. I mean, they picked up that interview of ours and mentioned Rightside Radio, and I'm like, man, thanks for the
Game on.
yeah.
We say
Thanks for
game
the
on.
exposure. You're just elevating our brand. Bring it.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Also, if you want to understand about politics and Islam, because that was the whole article, please go download and listen Political Islam by the Just Thinking
Still have
crew.
to do that.
That is going to be our show notes today, JP, because while those organizations have a lot of money and we appreciate that, we also appreciate that this is a free country. And we appreciate that we're able to educate ourselves. And that's what we will continue to do. And we will continue to share what we know so that you can make informed decisions for yourself. But that was quite a whole thing to see that today.
What does CARE stand for?
I'll go look it up.
Something American
Council
Islamic-
on
oh,
American Islamic Relations.
Relations. Like,
Yeah.
I did not have.
Relations with that woman.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
It depends on what is. I remember as a newlywed, we're in Colorado. I'm like, what is? It's the first time I heard somebody subvert a phrase so profoundly.
What is
And he
this?
got away with it.
They should take relations out of their name. I don't
Golly.
like that. at all.
Anyway,
But they. Never mind. I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
it's fine. But you know
fine.
what? We appreciate being mentioned. We
All
do
the
have
publicity.
names. That's Allison. I'm Amy Beth. He's JP. But we appreciate it. But we also appreciate that we are able to educate ourselves. And the Just Thinking podcast on political Islam is quite helpful if you would like to learn more about what's going on and how you can make an impact. That's all.
What's not fair is in the AL.com and the CARE, they comment that you know, yesterday he said we're at war. Okay. And so they, of course, put all the inflammatory stuff out there. What they don't put out is him saying, look, if you want to practice it in your home, come on, it's fine. But you're not going to have Sharia law. You're not going to, you know, go against our Constitution and set up your own government and impose your views on Americans. We have a Constitution. They don't put any of that in there. And so it's so fake and such a false anger and really talking point, because we can't go to China and subvert the government. We can't go to where?
Afghanistan
And subvert the government. It's just not. And so that's exactly what he's talking about, but they just take it and run with it and say, we're at war.
I've noticed the Matrix attack against Tuberville because they all come at the same time.
Yep.
Because I saw Kyle Whitmire,
Oh,
that
precious.
guy up in DC doing his quirky little millennial coffee video.
The Bill of Rights or
Talk-
whatever.
Talking about Tuberville. They all come at the same time. So it's coordinated and intentional.
And let me just say that as far as Islam goes, no one who practices that faith is hiding how they feel. We are merely saying what they've already said. So I find it ironic that you post the inflammatory without posting, like Allison said, the truth. It's out there. we can look at the 54 countries where Islam is practiced, and that's not been subverted at all. Whatever country had been there, it now flies the flag of Islam, period. We see what's going on in Texas, in Minneapolis, the rest of Minnesota, in Dearborn, Michigan. We're not ignorant. But so just look around us to see. Look at England. This is what's actually happening in real life. This is the story of reality. And if we want to make change as a country and observe our Constitution and our Bill of Rights, then when we assimilate here, we assimilate.
Mm.
Instead, though, what we find in those who practice the Islamic faith are words that suggest domination and dominion of their faith. And so forgive us for being concerned that that's not equal or even, because it's not. And so we are happy to have had that interview with Tuberville. And I know he made the rounds yesterday, but at least check into all the words that are already out there that we didn't say.
You want to know what I just realized?
What's that?
It just dawned on me. That's why I kind of checked out for a second. In all these all these reports, the spokesperson from the Islamic Academy of Alabama, Stacey Cairns Abdeen.
Mm-hmm.
So she's the one that's quoted in all these things. And I just realized that she's the one that went on my post from September 30th and was commenting on my post. They know who we are.
Mm-hmm.
They're after us. And
When
now
you start
they're
coming
really-
armed to the
like, I
studio.
wonder if they've put it together. I don't know if she's put it together that Rightside Radio is me, and then I am they on the Facebooks. Oh, frick. Here we go. Game on. I love it. It fuels me. Let's go.
Hey, we're on the right side.
Hey, after we went through what we went through a few years ago, where we had to have armed guards at the studio for like 3 weeks, I'm not scared of anything.
No, it's not time to be afraid. It's just not. It's what it is. And I'm glad that we are a team and that we are right side. And I'm thankful that the publicity will get our name out there. But we are on the right side, and we want you to arm yourself with information so that you can make the right decision for yourself. But this is America. We're a melting pot, and that's what we expect. That's all.
You can go be whatever you want in your home, but don't make me not eat bacon.
Or go to jail for eating bacon.
Yeah, or go to jail for eating bacon. Cry on the steps. It's lame.
I think we played that clip when Abs was gone. But the guy crying when saying that folks were eating bacon.
See it?
No, she wasn't here.
What? I
Oh,
missed
can we
it?
play it when we get back?
Yeah, I can go find
Because
it
I
again.
know we
if you
got to
want.
go to break. It is so you.
I missed it.
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh, no, I love Smith. Yeah. Go
Bacon and tears on the other side. Stick around.
back to Rightside Radio. I am Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair and JP, having a Tuesday, nacho average Tuesday, by the way. Do you think they put bacon, like Smithfield bacon, like the big, thick Applewood smoked bacon on top of nachos?
That sounds
Good today?
But you'd have to crumble it up.
Yeah, it's a commitment. Don't you think?
It is, but
I
that sounds
love
really
it.
good.
I'm just sorry, I'm hungry already.
Yeah,
I baked some bread today.
and you didn't
I'm
bring
gr-
us any?
Well, I actually was just doing some like loaves for home because we ate all of it. But I'm growing some beautiful starter that is your next. Like it was
Abs.
so beautiful.
You can't tease me like that.
Well, I'm gonna bring
I
you
thought it
some for
was-
the weekend.
I baked some bread today,
And it's
but
in the
I
car.
left it in the car.
No, because this was my first test with this loaf and this recipe. But for y'all,
You have
I'm
a new
growing
starter?
No. I had to I had starters. I needed to reconstitute them and make them stronger. It worked. They're beautiful again. And now I'm going to make y'all some breads. That's your next. It's all out my countertop. I just wanted you to know. I was thinking of y'all today.
I think people don't appreciate. We started this like 2 years ago.
We did. Yeah, my
And-
Emmy, she started us on it.
Yeah, mine lasted about 8 weeks of trying. I gave up. Abs perfected it.
What, the bread
So
making?
now we're just the beneficiaries of her sourdough endurance.
I had to
'Cause
make
it
sure
takes
that it was good
endurance.
enough. It does. And even my son-in-law didn't think I would be able to endure. But I'm like, Ben, you know I love to bake. Baking
Yeah.
is
It's good.
baking is where I go outside in the morning because I'm working doing animal stuff. I'm doing chores that I hated doing when I was 7. I'm still doing them today, but now I like them. And then if I start baking, if I have a day where I can start bake, it helps me think.
Do you feel like Mary Ingalls Wilder? Like you live on Little House on the Prairie?
You know, Chris brought up the Little House. Y'all are so similar. Sometimes it freaks me out.
Yeah.
Yeah, the problem is I wouldn't have been accepted then. And so if Laura, if,
Oh, because you're not.
I'm just,
You're
you know,
half.
maybe I
half
could
and
have
half.
played like I was an American Indian or something.
You are Italian.
I'm Italian and I would have fit in just
Were
fine.
Indians more accepted?
Depends on, ish.
Okay.
But yes, maybe I do feel that way. But do you feel that way when you go outside and have your coffee and it's like you're looking into the woods and it's just quiet unless the crunching of the leaves by the deer or the little squirrels?
I used to.
leaping?
When I had chickens, I used to feel very, very homesteadish, but not anymore.
Tried wife.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was I had a garden. Well, I say that.
Did
I
you really?
tried to garden for 5 years in a row and never grew anything. Then I had my chickens.
Same.
Then we had our bunnies. Then we had all the things. And then I just gave up.
All the things.
All
Thank
the
you,
things.
JP.
So you win, and I am just the beneficiary of your endurance. So thank you.
You know what? I'm happy to have people to bake bread for.
When the zombie apocalypse happens, I don't know what I'm going to contribute in the barter system.
Oh,
I mean, I really have nothing.
I've seen your skills moving things around. I think you're fine.
I'll be the decorator for the
You know
underground
how to drill.
bunker.
Yeah, for that.
Yesterday when you left and I went downstairs to use the bathroom, I come back up and everything is moved already. I was gone 2 minutes yesterday.
You know what? The girl has skills.
It just hits me, and I got to start moving stuff. But I'm sorry, I did leave out the half and half.
It's fine.
It
Allison.
spoiled overnight, but I brought some new in.
And she even brought the frother. So anyway,
I saved the day. JP, when we come back, can we play the bacon tears and bacon?
And the montage.
Oh, and the montage.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, we got
I
lots to
can't
do.
wait.
And I can't wait for you to see this. This is awesome. All right, we'll be back with all that and more.
Welcome back to Rightside Radio. Allison's here. She's just getting some froth from her frother. So she's coming back, JP.
The zombie apocalypse got her.
It did. You know what? It did. So
She's
all
off
right.
making bread.
She is. And that's where girls should be, in the kitchen. And that's it. Okay. Today on your Nacho Average Tuesday, Allison's coming. Everybody relax. So we have...
I could see the froth on your cup.
I mean, that's
the most amazing.
I know we're going to play something fun. We're going to do the montage. We have banger stories in the montage for us today. Jared Hudson's going to be in the 3:00 hour. We will go through the rest of the stories we didn't get to. Okay. And then we perhaps, who knows what the last hour of the day will bring. Maybe we'll still be talking about those stories. Maybe we have other things like deep dive issues we haven't gotten to yet. Or you don't know. You just don't know, which is why you tune in. Right? Fair? Good?
I think, yeah.
Okay,
Fair.
now
Fair.
your hair looks cute. So
You
it's
just
making me want to pull my hair back.
Don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah,
So I
any
think
given day.
people tune in to watch the train wreck.
Not a train wreck.
It's the fun train wreck.
It's the roller coaster. It's
There we go. I
fun.
like it.
Okay.
We are the
We're never
mavens of
off.
mayhem,
We're never off the rails. It's exciting though, and you never know what's coming next.
just like
There's big
every
drops.
day.
There's wicked turns.
I like this. I like where you're going.
We're going to have a great discussion today about one of the stories, and I'm just can't even wait because you found a clip
I don't even
that
know
you
what
said
was.
maybe we need to save this.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, we're doing it.
Today?
Nah. Well,
Yeah, I think one of the stories could lend itself to that. I'm putting it into the ether.
When we play that,
We
we
don't
got to
have
play
to
the
do it.
whole thing and maybe, okay. We can set it out there. We can tease it.
Just
Right.
see. We
Radio
don't know.
theater.
Okay, now what did I miss when I was gone about tears and bacon?
So in Florida, of all places, I don't know if it happened. I can't really tell. Did you ever see were they holding like a press conference or was it an event?
when this clip came from,
This was a press conference in
Yeah.
response to an incident. And I don't know if the incident happened in a mosque. I don't know if the incident happened in a public place. Basically, 3 Florida men showed up while some of the Muslims were speaking or doing something, and they stood there and ate bacon in front of them.
For real?
And this was the press conference.
oh, the guys were arrested. I don't know if it meant like they were arrested for.
I was getting to that, but
Sorry.
I was going to hold out.
What?
Yeah, you
Sorry.
ruiner.
My bad.
No, we have to build up the drama. So this was the press conference in response to the 3 American men eating bacon in front of the imam or the Muslims.
After the prayer ended, we look up to see them taunting us in our faces with bacon.
Is this real? Are you serious?
I had to relive the whole thing again.
I'm sorry. Are y'all kidding me right now? Is this an SNL thing?
It's not an SNL skit.
That's a real thing. Where did it happen?
In Florida.
Mhm.
And the 3 men that ate the bacon were arrested.
Oh, okay.
Now, a whole discussion ensued with listeners texting in because they had heard that they were taunting and yelling things at the Muslims, interrupting whatever they were doing. That's the thing. If they went into a mosque and interrupted their
no.
prayer or whatever, that's not cool. You don't do that. But my understanding, and I could be wrong, was that they were holding some public event and these 3 guys showed up and ate some bacon and were arrested, which is so weird because DeSantis just yesterday declared the Muslim Brotherhood a terrorist organization in Florida and did this whole executive order on it. I don't know if it was because of this event. I don't know what transpired for him to do that. But yes, 3 American men were arrested for eating bacon in front of Muslims.
I don't even know how to wrap my head around that. Except when does that happen when the shoe's on the other foot?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Am I missing something? I completely agree. If you are in your house of worship, absolutely off limits. But if you are outside, you're holding a public event in a public space. I don't understand if a Christian was holding an event. I mean, they do all kinds of things to Christians all the time.
Think about if you're a politician, you go to these events and you are heckled all the time.
Think about in the New York Museum of Art years ago, the urine jar splattered on Jesus. Do y'all remember that? It was years ago. Did anybody face charges for that? I mean, did the artist face charges?
Like they had a jar of urine and they threw it at.
I'll show you in the break.
Okay.
I'm going to get details wrong, but people who are of a certain age will remember that this was a whole thing back in the day. Or when women, never mind, I'm going to stop right there. But when the shoe's on the other foot, are the actions the same?
No.
Okay, that's all. And we're in Florida,
but
don't tell me Tampa.
It was Tampa.
We lived there for 3 years. That makes perfect sense.
And they're holding a big
an event there, huge
Islamic rally. Yeah, that's where our Muslim friends live, actually, which is ironic.
We had fun when we lived in Florida, and we almost stayed, but that makes perfect sense.
I just was surprised that it was Florida. Now we need to follow up. I don't know if they're out. I don't know what happened, but
maybe they got them on disorderly conduct or something.
And that's the thing. You can't conduct disorderly in private event.
Disorderly.
That was well said, Allison. This is deep.
Conduct in a disorderly fashion.
Yes, there you go. I get that. And so again, I acknowledge that I do not know the full story. However, I can confidently say that even if this full story were reversed, the end result would not have been the same. So I just can't get over the tears for the bacon. It kind of reminds me of Mendoza, the Indiana quarterback.
Oh my gosh.
Y'all, what did you say?
Don't make fun of his voice cracks. He just won a Big Ten championship.
And he cried.
Oh,
he was just voice cracking like crazy.
No, he was a total, like, it was so sweet and it was adrenaline. And I'm sorry, I'm being squirrely, but he like had his Howard Dean moment where he was like, I just want to give all glory to God, and we're going. It was the craziest thing I'd ever seen, and he's like smiling really nervously and looking at the camera, and like I don't know, it was odd, but the tears over the bacon, I don't
understand.
Maybe it is that deep. Maybe it really is that deep. He said he had to keep reliving it.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have to just block that out. That's what I'm going to do.
It's a good segue into our montage.
It is a good
segue. Do we have
segue
time for the montage?
Yeah. We do. Right
Sweet.
now.
Let's go.
Well, first, I have to tell you about attorney Stan McDonald, who is a partner at the law firm of Wilmer and Lee out of Huntsville. He's a 30-year veteran in the practice of law, and not only will Stan advocate and fight for your legal needs and rights, but he has been an absolute warrior for causes near and dear to our Rightside ruffian community. Attorney Stan McDonald has represented his clients in literally thousands of real estate transactions over the years, and when Stan McDonald is on your side, you have no greater friend, and likewise, your adversary will have no greater foe. So attorney Stan McDonald, here's his phone number, 256-533-0202. That's 256-533-0202. You tell him you heard about it on Rightside Radio. And no representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
Blackfoot News.
One of the things that they propose is black folk not have to pay taxes for a certain amount of time, because then again, that puts money back in your pocket. So many black folk, not only do you owe for the labor that was stolen and killed and all the other things, right? But the fact is, like, we end up being so far behind.
82 truck drivers have been detained in Alabama on ICE hold since late October. It is part of a new state crackdown on commercial drivers. Governor Kay Ivey says 12 of those detained did not have a license of any kind.
Alabama joining in on the crackdown. Governor Kay Ivey announcing a partnership between ALEA and ICE. They're targeting major interstate corridors where truck traffic is heavy.
Today, we are actually going to be talking about tips for being non-binary. This, again, is a question that I often get in my DMs on Instagram. Do you have any tips for being non-binary? So My advice about this is to, if you feel like a label will be helpful for you, then go ahead and attach yourself to that label, but don't feel like you have to stick to it. And you're able to change. You can evolve.
He's really gotten right as the immigration because he allows nobody in his country. And Poland has done a very good job in that respect too. But most European nations, they're decaying. They're decaying. And it gets to a point where you can't really correct it. There'll be a point, and it's very close to that point.
And what will that mean?
It will mean that they're no longer going to be strong nations.
Does that mean they won't be allies
Or
anymore?
they'll be, well, it depends, it depends. They'll change their ideology, obviously, because the people coming in have a totally different ideology. But it's going to make them much weaker. They'll be much weaker, and they'll be much different.
Well.
12 of the truck drivers detained in Alabama had none
Of any kind.
no.
So they said for Aaliyah and the truck drivers, they're doing inspections. Thank the Lord. 200
On what?
On the main corridors, and they're watching the trucks specifically. And of the drivers that they were watching on the main thoroughfares in Alabama on our interstates, 242 drivers were referred to ICE. And then that's how they got the 82 truck drivers. And then that's how they got how many? 12 with no license at all?
Not just a license, no identification
At all. How is that possible?
Whoever they're working for needs to be fined a bigly fine. I don't know how to say
$1 billion.
Huge fine. Because you can't, they're working for somebody. I'm guessing they don't own the trucks. Because Jeff from Indiana says it's really expensive to do that. But maybe all their government assistance pays for trucks.
Yeah, maybe. I know we got several truck drivers that listen, but I wonder if Jeff from Indiana could maybe text in some insight about how in the world somebody is driving a truck. Because he's called into the show before and talked about how hard it is not only to get a CDL, but to maintain a CDL. You have to go through yearly, tests and requirements. So not only just getting able to be in a truck, but how illegals get CDLs and then maintain CDLs. So I'm curious how Jeff thinks these people were even driving trucks without any license or identification of any kind. And then your question of who is behind it is because whoever is behind it has the resources to do that, to get around government oversight and just, I got a truck, just go do your thing and go kill a bunch of people on the highway because you have no idea what you're doing, which is happening several times.
It doesn't make any sense. I mean, I even was standing at immigration and customs, not too long ago. And I thought, this is really stupid. Like, we have people all over the country. They're just here. Doesn't matter what kind of identification. Yeah. I mean, I literally thought if I just said, you can't take my facial recognition or you can't have my passport. Sorry. Because a lot of other people don't have to. I just thought this is utterly futile. It's such a rip. And here we have in little old Alabama where nobody apparently goes, but they're here. You're exactly right. Who owns the company that just plopped these non-identified human beings in? That's a big, big deal.
They either have lots of gumballs and just don't think that they're ever going to get caught, or they're paying someone off. I don't know. I have always wanted to go to San Francisco and rob a CVS or a Louis Vuitton store of $900.
Let's go.
And see what happened. No, you probably would get away with it.
I think I could.
Because you're half and half.
I think I could.
But do you think we could walk out?
Oh, I'd be toast.
Oh, you're totally good.
Absolutely. Get on the ground.
You look like a proud boy.
The kind
you would be. You would.
It's a kind of attitude you would put off while stealing.
I would be like, I'm sorry, I'm taking this, I'm stealing it. Please don't come after me.
Well, you'd have to get some.
What if I just
leggings
shove some people out of the way as I'm walking
shove
out?
them, maybe rip your leggings and
Okay.
put holes in them.
Okay.
And then I think we could get out. Okay. We'd have to be a team.
What if you confidently walk out?
Yeah.
Then you just go.
You just go.
Or I guess you could only do $899.
Peace out, suckers.
Because 900 or more, I think, is the limit.
Mhm.
But I mean,
Yeah.
I just, it's kind of like, let's go drive around without a driver's license and see what happens.
And a semi truck.
And roll through a stop sign. We'll go to jail. When we come back, do we have some texts? Maybe
We do. We do have some texts.
So let's do some texts. Maybe a truck driver will truck us in. Will text us and let us know how this is possible. And then we've got several other stories. Jared Hudson will be here in studio. Our first live interview.
It's fancy.
In studio. Cross your fingers, people. We'll be back.
back to Rightside Radio. Wasn't that fun?
Carl.
Thanks,
coming through
Carl.
Strong. He's got such a good radio voice, and I don't know if he does.
He's like, just we're done now.
That was one of my Easter eggs. There's some more
Thanks.
Easter eggs on the show for y'all.
And
today.
then you have my little
typing
treaty
cat.
treat too, right? My little.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
I can't
Treaty
work.
treat.
Yeah, it's gonna make you laugh, Allison, and that's basically my whole goal is to
like
make you laugh. So we have text.
We do. 833-687-4448. Calling all truck drivers. Tell us how in the world we got people in Alabama driving with not having a CDL. They're driving trucks with no license at all. Nofri from Lexington says, been driving 38 years. We have to be fingerprinted, take hazardous materials tests, and background checks all the time.
See?
No way these guys should have ever been in a truck. Company L's should be held accountable for this. No way to get around it. Knowingly breaking the law.
Preach. Yes, sir.
Okay. So somebody's going to jail.
Somebody ought to be going to jail.
Hmm.
By the way, we got text from earlier. Dana from Athens says that I should try the Rip It energy drink. Works well without any crash.
Rip It.
Is that the one that has the deer on it?
I don't know.
Okay.
When I need it, I just go to the big boy.
I used to be addicted. I really
I
did.
don't touch energy drinks normally. Only when I feel like I really need one.
What's wrong with the humble Diet Coke or the Coke Zero?
The aspartame. I mean, something's going to kill us.
I'd rather it be chocolate.
Coffee.
me.
They're going to come out. It's
Yeah,
supposed to be so
it's
great
fine.
for you. They're going to be like,
Whatever.
you will surely die.
What else we got, good sir?
Jeff from Indiana also says, JP, make sure you don't take too much magnesium. Otherwise, you'll be in the restroom all night.
Okay, that's true. That
Yeah, it's yeah.
it kind of goes slow, but that's mainly the citrate,
Yeah.
the magnesium citrate.
The L-threonate, not so much.
Chris from Starrett says, the Just Thinking Political Islam podcast was enlightening. If the U.S. citizens knew half of what is in that podcast and how effective the Islamic movement is, it would dramatically change the acceptance of this movement.
Could you please hit the cheers button?
Abs, look at you.
Look, it doesn't help us to gatekeep on information that we need to know about.
Well, I have a proposal.
Yes, ma'am.
So one of the things, and actually where we started, JP wasn't part of this, but we started in podcasting. And I think that would make a great podcast deep dive that a lot of our listeners would love to have. It's hard to go deep on the radio because of all these breaks, like the one coming up. But that would give us an outlet to really talk about and talk through something of these things. So maybe we'll get on that. I think that'd be a winner.
Okay.
All right. Got to take a break. We'll be back.
Welcome back to Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair and JP in the 3:30 o'clock hour. Jared Hudson's going to be with us.
Yeah, they just told me that there's a wreck on 280 and they're going to
Okay, well, maybe it'll be a little bit late, but it's fine. JP, you know my fun that we had earlier? Can we use that for...
Is this when I was late?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
but you brought a frother, so it doesn't matter what you do from here
Made it
on.
up.
And you also, moved around the studio. It was fine. So, Jasmine Crockett.
Oh, Jasmine.
Jazzy.
Does anybody know about Jasmine?
I do.
You?
She's the Republican gift that keeps on giving, of course.
But she's a total fake.
Oh, absolutely.
So I was
What was that look? What did I just miss? Y'all gave each other a look.
You'll see.
Okay.
And just, do we want to replay her clip, or do you want to just, because it's so ludicrous. I'm waiting for somebody who interviews her that she doesn't see coming. Ask her about the super exclusive, one of the best private day schools in the country that she attended. Why won't somebody ask her about that?
It's like $50,000 a year.
I mean, Dana Lash was talking about that last night. I just happened to be in the room and she was like, I couldn't even go to the part of town where she's from. And here she's this giant fake. And I want to ask my brothers and sisters, what are you doing supporting somebody who is a giant fraud? Giant.
Do you want to replay the clip of
Can
her?
you play the whole thing? Because it's actually longer.
Yes.
She actually talks about reparations. She says reparations. This is her solution to reparations.
Please.
This past week, I saw, I don't remember which celebrity, but it was actually a celebrity. And I was like, I don't know that that's not necessarily a bad idea, but I'd have to think through it a lot. One of the things that they propose is black folk not have to pay taxes for a certain amount of time, because then again, that puts money back in your pocket. But at the same time, it may not be as objectionable to some people about actually giving out dollars. But obviously then you start dealing with the different tax brackets and things like that. And that's one of the reasons that, we argue the reparations make sense, because so many black folk, not only do you owe for the labor that was stolen and killed and all the other things, right? But the fact is, like, we end up being so far behind, right? And so it's like, how do you bring forth people? Exactly. And so it's like, if you do the no tax thing for people that are already, say, struggling and aren't really paying taxes in the first place, it doesn't really exactly.
They may want those checks like they got
exactly.
Can I just say something real quick?
I am just...
Nothing drives me more nuts when somebody is saying the most stupid thing possible and the person across from them interviewing them is like, oh, yeah. There's nothing going on in any of their brains. Like, black people just shouldn't pay taxes. And the interviewer goes, oh, yeah, that's a good... What are y'all talking about? What is wrong with you people?
How do you say that? She said, because we're all so far behind, and you grew up in a very affluent neighborhood, went to a $50,000 a year day school. I went to public school and rode Merle's bus 55 to and from. I mean, like, what? I didn't have heat in and I'm not even exaggerating. I did not have central heat in my house growing up. So, like, where are my reparations? You grew up much better than I did, but I don't get anything. And there are black people that are very wealthy, and there are white people that are very wealthy, and there are very poor white people, and there are very poor black people. Like, why? I just can't. That's the craziest thing. I don't know if I picked up on that part before.
The white
black
privilege.
people are so far behind.
Yeah.
You've been president.
Exactly.
You've done all the things. You're a congresswoman.
All the things.
Thank you, Becky Pringle.
So can you just play my little tidbit of a clip for what we're going to use when we now talk about Jasmine Crockett?
Look at that face.
Isn't that not true?
That makes you a faker. I mean, look at her eyelashes too. She does have very pretty eyelashes.
Look,
her
she
eyeliner
is
looks really, fake eyelashes.
A beautiful person who is a fraud, a provable fraud who continues the narrative of victimhood mentality, who doesn't seem to understand that since the beginning of time, it is not right, but it is the way of reality. People are cruel. And it was the Christians who stopped slavery. And if you look at English history, they were the ones, William Wilberforce, who ended slavery. They did heroic things on the high seas even to stop slave ships. But this idea that we're still talking about reparations when we have a welfare system that a massive percentage of this country is on, and now illegals are on. You have public schools that should have done the trick a long time ago. And you're still bringing up, you fraudulent, bougie human being. And by the way, I hate that whole black and white thing. That's the reality that we live in. But according to God's word, we are all one. We are from different tribes, but there is no skin color to God. We're one with different levels of melanin. There's a National Geographic article about it, by the way. It's very interesting. That's a construct, like one of those things that libs throw around. That's a social construct. Actually, race is a construct. But why aren't there more people saying, Jasmine, you're a faker. Sit down. Just,
hey, we want her to talk. It's good for us.
Sit down. Is it Drake who sings that song? Sit down.
No, that's Kendrick Lamar.
Okay,
Sit down,
Kendrick
be humble.
Lamar. Sit down. We need that as well.
Yeah.
Sit down.
For lots of people.
Please, for the love of all that's good and holy, stop telling half of who I am. Really, I'm a whole person. We're all whole people. That we can't make it without the white man. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Ultimately, that's what you're saying. That is unbelievably offensive to be told you can't make it without me. And I am a provable fraud. When are we going to have enough of her?
It's an important tidbit, by the way. The reason she's in the news is because yesterday she announced she's running for Senate because she got drawn out of her district in Texas with the redistricting. So that's
going to get killed.
Yeah. So, she may win the Texas, Democratic primary, but isn't it Ken Paxton who's running for, he's like the front runner for Republican Texas Senate. But that's why she's in the news, because the redistricting messed her up. So now she's just running for Senate because she don't know what else to do.
She's going to lose so bad. It's going to be awesome. She's going to lose. To that end, have y'all seen that the Alabama Democratic Party is recruiting people to run? Like, what was it? Tabitha
Eisner?
Yes. What was that? She specifically for a seat.
She was asking if any Democrats want to step up in the Hoover area. Wasn't that?
Oh, to run against Mike Shaw.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'm like, whatever. I mean, but I just don't think, I think they saw what happened in Tennessee. We're like, maybe we have a chance in some of these cities. It's a call to action for the Republicans because we way outnumber the Democrats, but we don't vote, especially when Trump isn't on the, what?
Keep going.
When Trump isn't on the ballot.
Allison.
What?
You should do like people who are now Republican, but they used to be Democrats.
Oh, yeah.
And let's just fake it. And maybe we could recruit somebody to run. Oh, I've always been a Democrat at heart.
Yeah, why don't Republicans ever play that game? Like the Republican rejects who can't win in the Republican primary, just put a D next to your name, man.
Okay.
Fake it.
Happens.
We've had the three of us have too much history and have a track record, but we could definitely find some people.
Find somebody. That'd be so fun. That would be like 1 4-year-long James O'Keefe undercover situation.
Hold on, Abs. I'm really liking this.
Look, it's the coffee. Also the froth.
It's the froth.
Yeah,
I'm liking this.
Yeah.
We need to find our own AJ McCarron that comes out of nowhere.
If we can pull this off, we should really think about this.
Do you think it would be obvious?
We need to get
they'd have to dye their hair blue, get a nose ring.
Who'd be
Talk about being non-binary.
Who's a prominent local statewide Republican that we can put that disguise on with the glasses and the mustache and the big nose?
You mean the one that Joe Biden's stand-in wore all the time?
Hello, fellow Democrats. Nice to meet you.
Hold
I hate those
on.
Republicans. I am a they them, actually, fellow Democrats.
Okay. I think we're onto something. I think Abs is onto something. Huh. Huh.
Maybe
Anywho.
we put Feinbaum, put some glasses and a mustache on Feinbaum, but they'll see the ears and go, get out of here.
But he is a Democrat.
We could find somebody. We could literally find somebody.
And we don't have closed primaries because the Republicans won't win if we have closed primaries because they do have to get the Democrats come vote for their fate fannies.
You guys.
I almost said it.
It's an idea whose time has come.
I
They do it to
think
us all the time.
genius.
I've always been a Republican. What do you mean I ain't a Republican? I love this
4 years
country.
ago, I voted for Obama.
Yeah, I had a change of heart in the middle of the night last night when it came time to sign up to run for office. How you saying I ain't a Republican?
Michael from Madison, get Dale Jackson to be a fake Democrat. He can act angry enough and yell about all things plenty. Or
Sweet.
kind of things plenty.
Okay, let's recruit him.
Think they would
I think they
discover
would know.
him. But that's not a bad idea.
Somebody like him.
Get him a toupee.
He is angry.
Yeah. I mean, they would tell by his nose how.
Hold on. Not a bad idea. I think we need to go to a break so we can start writing names down. But we can't tell anybody because then they would know. But Abs, I think you need to put that crown on that's behind
Cheers.
you. Because you a princess. Oh, you're my queen today.
Girl, you
with
my queen.
your brain.
Because you.
All right, we'll see if
Coffee.
Jared Hudson gets here. I don't know. He's stuck on 280 somewhere.
Bless it.
Probably just stopping to get some boiled peanuts. Remember last time?
Yes, I
He
do.
doesn't bring those in. All right, we'll be back with more on the other side.
Welcome back to Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth Shaver with the chair and Allison Sinclair and JP. You know what we are, you guys, and shout out your birth order on the text line, please. 1-833
833-687-4448. That's 833-68 right.
Yeah, we don't have you shout horrible things. We have you shout your birth order. Do you know why I figured out why we wanted this chair here right now?
Why?
Because we're prepared. And you know why we're prepared?
Why?
Firstborn, only firstborn. We live prepared.
Well, I mean, you never know when you're going to need a chair.
I mean, it's the
we
chair.
got the mic ready to go
for our guest
that may or may not show up.
Because 280 traffic might have swallowed them up. We hope not, because we're looking forward to our guest. But if you see a chair and you're like, why is there a chair? Because we are.
You're out of frame.
Allison, scooch in. Come on, man.
I can't.
It won't be this frame when Jared's here, but in this frame, you're out of frame.
Oh, because
all right,
because you're in the frame.
Yeah.
But just in case you wondered why, it's because we love a plan and we're always prepared. And it just so happens that our little firstbornness only children selves can't help it.
I think something's off center.
What's off center?
Maybe it's me. Okay. Anyway,
why do you think that is? By the way, if we're going to kill time, why is the firstborn?
So the firstborn is your parents' guinea pig. And anything they're going to try, firstborn and only, they're going to try on you. They're going to be strict. They're going to be orderly. You're going to have a bedtime. You're going to have a food time. You're just like, it's going to happen. Your clothes are going to get laid out. You're going to wear it, or eat it. Either way, take it as you wish.
So you get used to order.
You get used to discipline. You get used to things a certain way. And then when other siblings come along, or even not, you still are you become the family counselor as the oldest, right? You become the go-to. Mom says, hey, go do this, and you do it. Even as an only, she said, go do this, and you're like, okay, got it, done. It's just, I think there's a great book by Kevin Lehman about birth order. And when I was much younger, I was fascinated by how the order went. And we can't really help ourselves, Allison. That's why we go well together. I'm not kidding.
I think there's
because think about the baby children. Think about our baby children. They are probably good in school, but probably really funny as well. And big hearted for everybody. Because sometimes you're like, are they even in the car? When you go places.
Yeah,
that's real.
Yeah, that's true.
And then I don't know if I left food in the refrigerator and I come home. She's like, I figured it out.
Yeah.
They are the figure it out child.
Yeah.
We're the trial run child.
Well, I don't know. My sister, I was the one that had make sure my sister knew where her classes was first day of school every year. I feel like my sister was also the only girl, if you count my half brothers, of 3 older brothers. So she was spoiled to high heaven. But yeah, I'd Ash, I'll just do it. Come on. I'd be the one to.
Yeah, I'll do it. I mean, that's the whole. Have you seen the reels on Instagram? It's hilarious about onlys and firstborn. It just makes me laugh. And then Chris is a firstborn as well. So me, Emmy, and Chris had quite the time. But apparently middle children go with everybody. And then babies and first or onlys go really well together. But our 2 middles, because if you have 4, the 2 in the middle are the middles. You're never going to live that down because they're like, I'm ignored. I'm overlooked. I'm like, what about all the animals in the basement I bought you? We had a zoo. People came to our house just to see all the things.
All the
things.
It stresses me out. It literally makes my body when you play that.
Why? It's
because
so cringe.
she is so bad. And it's a physical response.
Do we need
you
a
just
palate?
kind of crunch up inside like a shrimp.
It makes me want to punch someone.
Do we need a palate cleanser?
I almost said that to somebody I didn't know today. They were carrying furniture upstairs and I heard him say pivot. And I was like, don't say it. And the inside I'm going, pivot.
That reel that I sent y'all of the behind the scenes of them filming that.
Oh, I couldn't hold it together.
So good.
That's the one you just press on repeat. And then I'm going to show you one that Chris sent me from work today that'll also make you laugh. But anyway, yes, that's why we work well together. But that's also why there's a chair. because we have a plan. We're executing the plan, and all we're waiting for is the other people to just fit in the
what
plan.
happens if the plan doesn't work out? Like, do y'all
figure it out?
Freak out?
No, I
don't figure it out.
So like,
I
if
don't freak
Jared
out.
doesn't show up, no big
We
deal.
got
We
it.
just move on.
Oh, we got stuff.
Okay.
I always have a plan in the back of my head. That's
Okay.
why my husband's fun. I needed him because he's much more fun than me. Is your husband more fun than you?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, Chris is very fun. He's very like, get in the car. It's Brewster's for dinner tonight. I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah,
This is my dream.
I would never do that.
Uh-uh. No.
I got a pot roast
Oh,
in the Instapot.
I love pot roast.
Do you really?
Oh, yes.
I'll bring you some tomorrow, but not if it's
sounds
bad.
delicious.
Sometimes it doesn't work out well.
I'm not allowed to make pot roast because he got sick one time.
Did you leave it out all night?
I don't want to talk about it.
Abs. Okay, I don't know. When we come back, we might have Jared Hudson. We might not. Either way, the show will go on. We'll be back.
I mean, you're just not going to hear that anywhere else. Thanks, Carl. I am Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair. Our friend Jared Hudson's about to be here, and JP keeping it together.
Oh, look, we can't. Okay, we can scoot out a little bit.
There
See,
we
we don't
go.
know how
We're
to do
good.
the
We're
guest
good.
thing.
So before Jared gets here, let's just run through. We'll interview, have a conversation with Jared. We have text. We'll finish up the montage and then see where the 4 o'clock hour takes us, because you still don't know.
Yeah, you never know.
I have some ideas. I got some ideas, guys.
Scared. You've already had really good ideas, though.
This is coffee.
This one might stink. It's like you got to have a good ratio.
I know.
Good, bad.
Yeah, well, I mean, this may be the ratio that it works out. This is all you get for like weeks.
I'll take it, though, because I think what you just said is freaking genius. And we're going to make it happen.
I think we should try to pull
If we do it, though, we can't talk about it anymore on the radio.
Wait, we can't tell thousands, tens
Yeah.
of thousands of people what our plan is?
We have no plan. What plan?
I don't know what y'all are talking about.
Who knows? I don't know.
I did not have relations with that woman.
It depends on what is.
Okay, text.
833-687-4448 is the text line number, by the way. We got Lisa from Huntsville talking about Jasmine Crockett. She said, yes, I agree. She is a fake, and she is pandering to Black people who are not as well educated as she is and are living in extreme circumstances.
Mhm.
Can you be a racist against people of your own color? Because if a white person was doing what she's doing, it's passive racism.
I've never heard that term before.
That's good.
It's true. It's like the narrative that they say of, well, voter ID is racist. Oh, so you're implying that Black people aren't competent enough to go and get a
Yeah.
valid ID.
Yeah, I heard a lady. That's I like her comment. That's very insightful. But I heard somebody say today that what Jasmine Crockett is doing is code switching.
Yep.
I'd never heard that term before.
Like she's a programmer?
No, like if you go listen to interviews before she ran for Congress, she did not sound like she does.
Oh, like Kamala did?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, look who showed up.
Hey.
Oh my gosh. Just
Hello.
stroll on it. Wait, this is a very professional interview. You have to take the sunglasses off your head. Okay.
Hello, very important, sir.
Come. Oh, you've never met JP?
Yeah, we met before.
Like
All
your
right.
campaign manager looks more put together than you. Come on.
I really dig your jacket. Love it.
Sorry.
The boots.
We had to get the chair out of the attic.
Oh yeah, just so I had a place to sit.
Hey, we're live.
All right,
just so
good.
you know.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Because you were late. What happened on 280?
I don't know, just normal traffic. I mean, 280 is a disaster always.
Disaster.
It's true. It was a
always.
horrible disaster last night, even. Like just awful.
Was it the
I don't know where all the people are going. Please, I just want to go home.
It's the holiday
It's
season.
Christmas time.
Yeah.
It wasn't a horrible disaster this afternoon, but it was disaster enough.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh.
You're
Okay,
right.
well, you made it. That's all that we care about. How's it going?
It's going good. How are y'all doing?
We're like we made the CARE hit list today.
The CARE hit list.
Yeah, what is it?
CA is Council of American Islamic Relations.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Why's that?
because we had Tommy Tuberville on yesterday, and our interview with him kind of went viral, and AL.com's after us and CARE's after us because Tommy said you got to come here and assimilate, and you can't have Sharia law and your own government, and they're melting down.
Oh, well, that's pretty standard though. That
Par
might
for
not
the
be a
course.
bad thing, right?
So, can we start there then? Like, what are
Yeah.
your thoughts on the Islamic Academy? I know they formally withdrew their petition, and I know that means there's not going to be any voting at all. But what are your thoughts on the infiltration that's happening just right here in Alabama?
Well, I don't know much about the infiltration happening in Alabama. I was told by some of the members of the Hoover City Council that it was, when I talked with them a few nights ago, that it had more to do with rezoning a business district to an education district or something like that. So the Muslim side of it even was irrelevant for what they were doing. Had nothing to do with why they couldn't get whatever deal work they wanted to get. So I think that that's just a hot talking point for everybody. But in reality, it's not reality. It was something totally different. It was, we're not going to zone this for an education facility when we can, have business that brings money into our city. That's what I was told. Don't know how true that is. Maybe y'all know. Y'all are shaking your head, so I'm assuming.
No, I mean
is,
that's what happened with the Islamic Academy.
yeah. So I mean,
because
it
they
had
wanted-
nothing to do with the Islamic side of the academy. Is why Hoover said you can't have it. It had everything to do with the business versus education. Hey, pick a different spot to go to because we're not rezoning it for this. That's one side of it. As far as the, what Tommy talks about all the time, Sharia law coming here, right? I would just say, as a U.S. Senator, right, because that's what I'm running for, U.S. Senate. As a U.S. Senator, I'm going to make sure that Alabama doesn't become Dearborn, Michigan, or look what's going on in Minnesota, right? Yeah. Our Constitution is the antithesis of what Sharia law is, right? We have a U.S. Constitution that outlines the rights of the individual or the rights of us, the American citizen, or in particular, us, the citizens of the state of Alabama. We have a Constitution that is God-given and says this is the rights of the people of this state or of this country. And we have to make sure that we uphold and protect that at all cost, which means if somebody from another belief system, I don't care if you're a Muslim. I've got buddies that are Muslims, right? I don't care that you're a Muslim, but we're going to be able to sit and have a conversation, and I'm going to share Christ with you as a Christian, and hopefully the Holy Spirit pierces your heart and reveals the truth of who God really is in the person of Jesus Christ. That is what we believe. That is not what some of the sycophants in what that we see in Dearborn, Michigan, and now even Madami in New York. That's not what they believe. So, but anyway, yes, that's my beautiful wife. She walked in over there.
Yeah, I didn't know you were here.
We've got to go to an event right after this. So
yeah.
I mean, you look over there. There's Barbie in the studio.
I know.
Good Lord.
Have you ever met her?
Well, just like from a distance.
Okay. Hi. That's so exciting. Okay. Anyway.
So I mean, it's what they believe. And that's what, and I think that's what Tommy's standing on, what Coach is standing on. And that's what most of us as Americans should be standing on, whether you're a Christian, whether you're a Muslim, whether you're a Buddhist. I'm a Christian and I believe that what I believe is right because it is the truth. I know 100% without a shadow of a doubt that Jesus Christ is the Son of God. But what makes our belief so powerful is without choice, you cannot accept Jesus Christ. You can't accept who he is and what he did as Lord and Savior, right? We don't need to be force-fed another religion, just as we don't need to force-feed our religion to other people. And that is what our Constitution protects. So I think it's important for us to understand that going forward and being careful with some of these religious institutions that toe the line of tyranny as opposed to toeing the line of a constitutional republic that we sit in.
Kind of along the same lines, what are your ideas, like the Somalis in Minnesota, the H-1B visas and immigration in general? What's your solution? Do you have a solution for that?
Hey, you covered like three things. Not so completely different, but yeah. So
no, they all kind of go together.
The first thing is they do go together a little bit. But the first thing is, illegal immigration is just that, it's illegal. I think the president has put forth a path or a plan. Hey, if you're here, deport yourself, get back in line and come in. So there's a lot of people who would say, oh, well, we got to be fair. We got to be just. Amnesty is not justice, right? Because there are people who waited in line. Many of us have family members who immigrated from another location, another country years ago to get here into the United States of America and partake in this great dream of freedom that our forefathers put into place. So it's important that we don't run roughshod over that, and we make sure that justice and righteousness is served. And that only happens when it's the same for everybody across the board. And right now it hasn't been the same for everybody across the board because we see illegal immigration, not just under the Biden administration. This has been going on as long as I've been alive. Yes. I've been alive for 40 years. It's been going on since I could vote for sure, and even before then. So we have to make sure that we deal with things properly. You talk about the visas. So
right, because a lot of them are here. Like you look at the Afghanis that came over are here legally, and or they have visas.
Oh no, there's a lot of people who are here legally.
Right,
they're here legally. So on the visa side, the problem you run into is you now have individuals that are brought in and they're taking jobs from an American worker. Now, there's a lot of problems that we have with participation in the workforce and all that we can talk about. But the fact of the matter is the federal government's supposed to protect our borders, make sure that the American people have every right to life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. Because if we don't put our mask on first, can we put our kids' mask on when the airplane's crashing? Not at all. So we need to make sure that the American people are covered first, then we can start helping out others. So as far as the visas go, the American worker needs to be put first. In particular, here in Alabama, the Alabama worker needs to be put first. As a guy running for Senate in Alabama, I'm looking at Alabama first. I love Make America Great Again. I love America First agenda, but more importantly, I love Alabama first. How do we put Alabama men and women back to work? How do we put food on the tables of people in Alabama? No matter what your zip code is, you should have every right to life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness that the next person has. And then once we take care of us, which we're not, by the way, we all know that housing's unaffordable, healthcare is unaffordable, we go down the list. Once we take care of us, then we can be altruistic and help take care of other people. But only then can we do that. So it's the same thing with the visas. And any business that, because I run a business, any business that elevates a foreign worker over an American worker should be penalized. The last thing is the red tape of government keeping their fingers on business that forces businesses to hire cheaper labor, foreign labor. That's got to go away too, because that is not the free and fair market that we stand for in America. The last thing with it, the Somalians that are up in Minnesota and everything we see going on, look at what they're funding. Probably what irritates me the most is now it's coming out that a guy who was going to be the vice president of the United States had Trump not won this last term, right? Had Kamala won, this guy would have been the vice president. Look at all the fraud that's taken place in his state. And all of this money that we, the taxpayer, has sent in is going to these immigrants, even if they're legal immigrants. Mm-hmm. It's going to these immigrants who are then sending overseas to Al-Shabaab, who are killing buddies of mine. I've got buddies deployed right now in Djibouti, and they're working in Somalia. I worked around the Horn of Africa. We dealt with a whole pirate issue, and people are going to listen to podcasts and stuff that I've talked about on that. These individuals have come to our country, and they've taken our kindness, and they've sent it over to wage war against us. I mean, how foolish do we have to be? My dad's a pastor. Many people know that. My dad always used to say, hey, don't let your Christianity become a vice. And I would say that we're at that point, with something like the Somalians that have taken over the Minnesota in the way they have, and even run roughshod over our federal government by using the benefits we pay out to them to pay terrorist organizations. That's crazy.
It is.
It's crazy we're even talking about it, to be honest with you.
But I think it's really important, and I know we don't have a lot of time. I know we have to go to break.
Yeah, we have to take a break, but you don't get to leave.
Okay.
I've got questions I'm going to ask him when we come back, based on time. One of two questions, and he can take it where he wants. It's something we talked about that you've already said.
The suspense.
The suspense. Is it killing you?
It'll be good.
It'll be good.
Okay.
We'll be right back with Jared Hudson. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back to Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair and JP. Our guest in studio is Jared Hudson. And if you listen to the last segment, you know that I have 2 questions, and we just decided in the break that we're going to do both of them. They involve healthcare. You mentioned that in one of your answers. I'd love to just a quick thought on healthcare, what we need to do to change it, because we're accused of never having an answer or never having a solution. Number 1, but number 2, your wheelhouse, Tom Homan, the rescued children. Can we talk about that too?
Yeah, the human trafficking aspect.
Yes, sir.
Sure. So the biggest thing with healthcare, right? I mean, the Unaffordable Care Act we've been dealing with since it was jammed down our throats by Democrats. Back, years ago. We're paying the piper now. I mean, that's really what this is. That's the problem. So it's a hard thing to have an answer for, because it's something that had a cost that was going to have to be paid, and we all kind of knew it. And guess what? Now it's time to pay it. So with that being said, the senator from Ohio, he put forth a pretty good plan today, from what I understand, at least from what I understand the plan, which basically adds caps to those people receiving subsidies. It also requires, we talked about the immigration piece in the last segment, it requires that you show that you are a citizen of the United States. And it takes the subsidies to 2 years, which is good, because it's like, I mean, we're not snatching the cloth off the table and spilling all the dishes when we do it. That's the problem that happens. But it's making sure that we put things in place so that we can move forward going after real reform. Because as a small business owner, I can tell you right now, that is one of the biggest issues that my people deal with, is healthcare and having to get on the marketplace. And we have to help them go through looking for a plan that's going to work for them and their salary and their kids and their family. So it is an unbelievable hassle. There's no short answer for it. It is something that's difficult. I do believe that the plan that was put forth today by Senator Marion from Ohio, Marino, sorry, I said he said Marino, yelled it at me. Yeah, Senator Marino from Ohio is a solid plan that can be something that will positively impact us if as long as they continue to seek reform.
Okay.
So
all right. And then Tom Homan and the rescued children. It's kind of a horrifying conversation, but could you just kind of take us through your thoughts on that?
Yeah. So, I mean, as we know, starting out, Trump has been leading the way in this since he took office. It started off with the Remain in Mexico policy. I mean, as soon as he took office, that's what happened. Hey, remain where you're at. You're not going to get to go through the port of entry and wait in this country for your case to be adjudicated anymore. And that's unbelievably important, because even if we have a porous border, when you have people, and I think you mentioned in the last segment, Allison, when you have people that are legally entering this country, but they're doing it illegally, it's kind of like it's, it's 6 in one hand, half dozen in the other. And that's what's happened to these kids. They were brought into this country. They weren't tracked. They weren't kept up with. And one of the things that I've seen dealing with human trafficking all over is that kids who don't have families, they don't have parents, they don't have anybody looking out for them, kids that are part of the DHR system or the Child Protective Services system, they are at the highest risk for being trafficked. And that's what we see with kids crossing over into this country. Even though it's legally through a port of entry, they're not being tracked. And that is where you have how many thousand did you say? 42,000,
62,000.
62,000 that we said?
They found that the Biden administration just didn't even look for. I'm sure there's thousands more.
Well, and we see it just even here in Alabama. We see it in Alabama, these kids going missing, sex trafficking, labor trafficking, and they are. We actually arrested a guy not too far from here where we're sitting at now. That was a cartel member. Of course, he was an illegal immigrant. He wound up getting deported back to El Salvador. But he was showing up to purchase a girl, but he was going to sell her in his little ring. And that's very common for these kids that have come across the border they're not tracked with.
So the easy answer is close the border. I get that.
Well, no, I mean, that's it. So that's part of it. Close the border.
Right.
Close the border, fix the port of entry, deport illegal aliens. Those are the three things. But
what if they're here legally as a senator? What can you do? Like, how do you even handle that?
Well, so if they're here legally, that's the problem. That's the problem that we're dealing with the Biden administration and how they let people in is if they're here legally, you cannot, deport them. They're going to have to go through a process. So even our immigration policies, it probably needs a complete revamp. We need to sit down and look at what are we doing as a country. Talked about the visas not too long ago. We've got to make sure that put a pause on this now. And if we can't get serious reform, then we've got to do away with this stuff, because again, we got to put our mask on. If you don't have a country if you don't protect your border, protect your culture, and protect your jobs. And if you have individuals that are showing up and they're not assimilating into our culture, then they don't need to be here. And that's what we're seeing across the board. We're seeing people that are showing up and they're not assimilating to our culture. And that's why we are the beacon of freedom around the world. The United States of America is a constitutional republic that's the arsenal of democracy and freedom for everybody else. That's why everybody wants to come here. And I wholeheartedly believe that Alabama is the arsenal of the United States of America. And the only way we can uphold that is to elect representatives who are willing to get in the weeds and get down and make sure that we reform things for the positive, right? We can't live on executive order anymore. Trump is killing it. He's doing the best he can right now. And he's doing a great job making sure that we deal with these issues effectively. The problem is
wait, pause.
Wait, okay.
We've got to go to a break. You can't hear the music.
No, I can't hear it because I don't have a headset.
Yeah, you don't
in.
have the headset.
Y'all get me fired up.
But
hey, Trump's
I know,
leading the
but
way.
do you have to leave?
Yeah.
In just a minute.
Go. All right.
Okay. We may or may not be back with Jared Hudson. We'll find out after the break.
HudsonForAlabama.com.
There you go. That was good.
So I want to remind you, Inspire Advisors is one of our sponsors, and they are doing amazing work. Look, I know this audience. You're the kind of folks who believe in standing up for your principles. You're good stewards of what you have for resources. What if the companies you are investing in, though, don't reflect your values at all? Well, that's why you need to meet Paul Breyer and his team at Inspire Advisors. Inspire Advisors, experts in the field of biblically responsible investing. Look, they can help you grow your bottom line while also being proud of what companies you invest in. Inspire Advisors, you got to check them out. Here's their website, www.moneypatternwealth.com. That's Inspire Advisors, www.moneypatternwealth.com, and tell them you heard about it on Rightside Radio.
Welcome back to Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair and JP. Jared Hudson.
Yeah, hold on.
Who can be found at hudsonforalabama.com.
Is that what it was?
Yeah. Had to take off because they had 2 more events to go to today, apparently.
Can you imagine? Yeah, hudsonforalabama.com. You were listening better than I was. Can you
It's
imagine
coffee.
that schedule?
No.
Ugh.
No, I can't. I can't imagine. It does. And this is where I have a lot of respect for people on both sides of the aisle who choose to run for office. It is grueling.
Because you ran, but you ran in a small Alabama House district. Can you imagine having to campaign across the entire state?
Absolutely not. I mean, you'd wake up and not know where you were.
I think if somebody would appoint me, maybe I would do it, but I don't know if I could take running.
And then the cruelty, and it's only going to get worse, are the things that people say falsely about you. And, the smears and the discovering who your friends are and aren't. It's a whole thing. I have a lot of respect for anybody who dares run for office.
I think this is a good moment for a little PSA to remind everybody, because after Christmas break, when we come back in January, things are going to really ratchet up, especially with all these statewide races. And just remember to do your homework, because consultants, PACs, all the people are really good at convincing you that things are true when they actually aren't. There might be a little sliver of truth. Like, hey, I saw Amy Beth at the grocery store yesterday. That might be true. I saw Amy Beth kill someone in the parking lot of the grocery store. Okay, that wasn't true. You know what I'm saying? But she was at the grocery store, so they're like, but I saw. So just pay attention. Don't fall for everything. Do your own homework. Because like you said, especially as people like Jared, who he ran for Jefferson County Sheriff, and he's been involved in the Republican Party, and people know his name, Covenant Rescue. But to run for Senate is kind of a big leap. And as he kind of ratchets up, that poll came out where he was leading in the poll, all eyes will start to turn to him. And whatever race it is, as things start to really get more serious, the attacks will come. Just do your homework.
Yeah.
Don't be a low information voter.
I love it. That's a show theme, guys.
Well, and that points to, how the Democrats infiltrate the Republican Party in big red states like Alabama. You just put an R next to their name and they're Republican. But it's because it's when people don't pay enough attention in the primaries in Alabama that we get those, sort of candidates. So the primary and deep red Alabama, a lot of candidates or a lot of voters may say, well, it doesn't matter. The Republicans are going to win anyways. Well, you got to vote in the Republican primary to get the right guy or gal to get, to that point. So the primaries are the most important part in, states like Alabama. So it's important to do your homework and know who you're actually putting up. Are they actually Republican or conservative, or are they just an Alabama R?
Yes.
By their name.
A Johnny come lately.
Exactly.
Because if you have a good consultant, you can look like the most popular,
can you?
Well-known conservative person ever.
And politicians are sociopaths, so they can, hey, man, I love guns. I love my dog, Bubba. Man, we go hunting every other day, and I just love fishing and hunting, man. I'm just like you, brother.
You know what, guys? I just decided something very important.
This is another good idea for Mavs.
We can't air them all out because everybody knows about it then.
Oh, no, this is another really good idea. Lane Kiffin is the best politician I've ever seen. So I think he should just go ahead and...
A narcissistic sociopath?
Yeah. Just go ahead and run for office. He'd probably win.
He probably would.
No, there's way too much on him. The Lainstein files.
How much is on all the people in Washington, D.C.?
Yeah, does anybody care?
But he would make a great politician. I feel like, Lane, if things don't work out for you, I bet you could win.
Like, he wins football games.
I saw that guy coach the Rebels. He read the Tigers out. I saw that guy on the sideline. He's got my vote.
That's exactly it.
Just, if you're done and LSU doesn't work, I think politics.
And then we're going to do the opposite with Coach Tuberville.
Yeah.
He's going to come back to Auburn.
No, he's coming back.
I
we
think
need you.
Golish is gonna just be awesome.
He seems great.
I feel really good about it.
It's time. Like, it's been a minute. It's time for the Tigers to do well.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
It is.
Is it?
I kind of
Abs?
enjoy the last 6 years.
Yeah.
JP.
You want to talk about the 6 years before that for the Bammers?
No. I mean, we won
I mean,
6 national championships. So under Saban.
We'll see.
I sleep good at night.
Shula.
It's cute.
Who else was in there?
Let me tell you. Okay. I don't even. I was alive for the Shula years, but the first year I remember as a conscience Alabama fan as a kid was 2009 when we won the national championship. So I don't even remember a pre-Saban Alabama. That's who you're talking to. That didn't even exist in my head. It just never happened.
I remember.
Yeah.
And lots of you out there remember.
Yep.
And don't gloat too much.
It was a coaching
because
carousel.
It can come back fast.
Yeah. It can. Just like Kendrick Lamar, I don't like any of his music except for the lyric, "Be humble, sit down."
Maybe we need that on a little play button.
Because that's only 6 seconds. You know, I mean, you could.
All you
I
need
think
is
we
1
should have that
second.
just right there.
Nobody else got that.
I think we've earned the right to be, as Alabama fans, to be a little.
Listen, sure.
Don't do it now because you
But
just
you
got
were
your
describing
fanny
politicians and who they were, and I'm like, that's Lane Kiffin. He'd make a great politician. He's already done all the things. What do they have on him? Nothing, because it's already all out there. Anyway, that's why people don't run for office.
We do have some texts though.
Okay.
About the interview with Jared. There were some good sound bites in there that the audience picked up on.
Okay.
Brad from Crimestone County says, quote, "Without choice, you cannot accept Jesus Christ." Jared Hudson, running for U.S. Senate and refuting Calvinism, top man.
How about that little handy dandy part about God's sovereignty?
I missed that part. It's so hard doing the interview because you're having to pay attention to the time and you're having to think about like a follow-up question, or you're having to think about, are we going on to the next question? But then you don't want to ask, because I had a few other questions. You don't want to ask too long of a question because then, so I'm gonna have to go back and watch the interview. I don't even.
Well, it is really hard because he'd say one thing and you're like, do I write that down? And then you think time and yeah.
I'm pretty sure he gave like an hour's worth of information in about 12 minutes. But that's good.
And I didn't think to get him headphones to hear the bumper on the way out.
Yeah, I had to.
It's okay. He's used to on our other, like I almost did this and then hold.
Well, I was gonna give you all the 1 minute, but I was like, they ain't even looking at me.
Because we had to turn around.
I would have looked.
Like just jump up and down.
Yeah.
Hi.
1 minute. We're just, there's movement. Anyway.
Any other quotes?
Jeremy from Madison says, "Don't abuse my grace from a Christian. Don't abuse my grace, a Christian."
It's good. It's true. I really liked what he had to say about that.
Jeff from Indiana also said, before Jared came in, he said, "I guess you could treat the empty chair like Clint Eastwood did at the Republican convention."
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I don't either. Do you remember that?
Yeah, do y'all not remember when he put the empty chair out there?
Mm-mm.
Who was it?
Now that's details, schmeetails.
Clint
Eastwood
Mm-hmm.
brought an empty chair. Quick, Chris Shaver, text me and tell me what he did with it. But yes, he brought an empty chair. No, this is years ago.
Oh.
He brought an empty chair.
And what did he say?
Well,
yeah, what was the point of it?
Jeff,
somebody
finish
tell
that
us.
thought.
We remember it. I just don't remember what it was about.
Abs remembers it.
Yeah, I remember it. Just not the point of the whole thing. I was just thinking about his like movie Monte Carlo or whatever that one was about the car. Oh, Chris loves that movie.
The one,
that one car movie.
That
when he's really old. It's great.
Yeah, where
that one.
Yeah. There's a front porch.
Yeah.
Oh,
and young kids, and he ends up the gruff old man, and he ends up.
Hold on. What's it called?
Anyway, we'll learn
Cash
that
Me
too.
Outside.
How about that?
Cooter from Huntsville says that the empty chair was representing Obama like he's an empty suit.
Oh, that's good. I wish I would have remembered that. That's
empty
good.
Suit. Okay, what is all the talk? Oh, what?
Same brain. Go.
What is all the talk about him escaping to England?
I can't believe you said that. I had that pulled up to talk about when we came back.
Okay. Well, do we want to do a break? I guess so. JP hit the button. All right. Yeah. I don't even know. I read a flash about he will not escape justice. And I'm like, well, he's in England. He might. Okay. We'll find out that on the other side. We'll be right back.
welcome back to Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair and JP, who is eating. And I want to tell you that your aunt's meatloaf smells delicious.
Well, I have
Such
to
a
say,
weird statement.
I have to say, it's my mom's meatloaf recipe. Oh my gosh.
Is it?
I know
Chef's kiss, like it's really good.
everybody says that their mom's meatloaf is the best, but I'm actually for real.
Okay. All right.
What's the sauce on top?
It's like ketchup and mustard and some other stuff.
Has
It's
it got
like
any hint of barbecue in it?
Nah, it's like a tangy meatloaf sauce.
Probably brown sugar.
But like, yeah, I think brown sugar's in there, but it's like a strong ketchup base sauce. It's so good.
So something you could make a sloppy Joe in, sounds like.
Sloppy Joe.
Man, I love those my
Sloppy
mom made,
Joe.
except for when she would put the bell pepper in it.
Ew.
Now I love bell pepper. All right, look, I got my granny glasses on, guys.
It's getting serious. So why are the Obamas fleeing to England?
Well, you ask a good question, Mrs. Sinclair. And I saved this yesterday because apparently you and I have the same feed.
Uh-huh.
And I thought this was weird. I don't have answers, but I have a report for you. It says that Barack Obama yesterday was spotted again in London, leaving his recently purchased multi-million-dollar home. The Obamas not only recently purchased this home in the UK, they've also allegedly moved a large chunk of their assets into the country. With a federal indictment of Barack Obama related to his leadership role in Russiagate, said to be dropping at the beginning of the new year, this begs the obvious question. Are the Obamas planning to make a run for it and become fugitives from justice under the protection of a liberal government in the UK, whose leader they have a close personal relationship with? The answer is even more obvious. That's exactly what they're planning to do. This is what this person alleges. So this is a big deal, because it's true that a federal indictment is supposed to be coming because of Russiagate. But do you think that's exactly what they're doing? They're about to get, unless the deal doesn't go through with Netflix. And I know Paramount now really wants to jump in the game.
Wait, what?
Did y'all see that?
Yeah.
No.
Paramount apparently went straight to the shareholders with $108 million offer
It was I thought it was more.
for Netflix.
So now it's a bidding war.
Warner Brothers was the leading candidate, and they were like around 90 something million. And then Paramount went straight to the shareholders and offered like 108 million. So if that were the case, the Obamas would be blocked out.
They may be blocked out, and that may be the plan. I don't know, because I think when it comes to this kind of money, there's always a plan. But what are they doing?
Wait, how did the Obamas get blocked out?
Because then Paramount comes running in with more money than they were offering, and they'll be able to buy the company. They'll be able to buy Netflix.
Oh, no, excuse me. I think we got it backwards. They're trying to buy Warner Brothers.
That's right.
The Obamas are...
they have Netflix.
They're
trying to
Netflix.
buy Warner Brothers.
Yes.
And then Paramount came in. You're right. Good correction.
Oh, Paramount
came
wants to
in,
buy Warner Brothers.
And they want to buy. So now there's a bidding war. And now it's trying to figure out who's going to own whom. But here's the question. What are the Obamas doing in the UK?
Did they listen to the show the other day when we said you got to go buy up the churches?
Yeah, probably did.
So that's what they're doing.
Okay.
Of course, they could be trannies too. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Paramount, I don't know what their, like, who owns it and what their politics are. But it's like, okay, surely they can't be worse than the Obamas, right? Surely.
I don't know. They're pretty.
The Obamas are pretty bad. They could
But
be
the
equal.
Obamas,
They're very
yeah.
divisive.
I feel like the Obamas will like take you out.
They will
kind of people.
cut
Yeah, they would
you.
cut you.
Like the chef that drowned.
Yeah, that was weird. You know, I mean, even people who aren't conspiracy theorists or don't ask those kind of questions went, that's weird. You know,
Yeah.
the Clintons have a laundry list of people that died. Now they have some.
What does a laundry list mean?
Just a long list.
It's just like,
Well, why
you
is it
just-
called a
right.
laundry list?
Because apparently that's
Who makes lists of laundry?
they did, those people.
Back in the day, probably.
Yeah, the laundress.
Like you got to account for every underwear that went through the laundry.
Yes. Here's your laundry
Okay.
list. This is what you're washing today. Because
Okay.
that's what we used to do besides cook.
I'm going to Google that.
All right, you guys, are the Obamas moving to the UK because they're going to get indicted? They're not going to get in trouble if they get indicted. So I don't even know why. Like, I'm glad we're thinking that's going to happen, but seriously, what do you think is going to happen?
I feel like they just want to go be with the Muslims.
I mean,
I really like. We're probably making something out of it that's not there. Nobody gets indicted. Nobody goes to jail. Only the J6ers stay in prison forever. Like, I don't know why they're worried. Nothing happens.
Okay, this may be naive of me, so mock me if it is. But
you're just young and naive.
Surely, the UK in this hypothetical would not stop us from extraditing Obama from.
Yes, they would,
because they're like our biggest ally. If we were to actually bring charges against a former president, something as serious as the Russiagate, and the UK keeps us from extraditing him, that is like grounds for you or.
But JP, think about their lack of morality when it comes to the rape gangs, and they're siding with the rapist and not the little girls.
Okay.
Or think about the free speech that's going on over there. And oh, by the way, there isn't any. But I don't think you're wrong in thinking that. But if you look at Keir Starmer, he's on the side of what's wrong.
Well, no. Think about this, though. Do you know how much they are wanting Trump to keep us in NATO, keep us funding them? They're not going to want to piss Trump off. You think if Trump goes, all right, we're taking Obama, and they say, no, you're not, dude, they're getting cut off completely. They are terrified of that. They're terrified of the U.S. leaving NATO. They're terrified of the U.S. completely just abandoning Europe. So they're not going to want to ruffle any feathers with Trump. Like I said, I could be naive and wrong, but like just from a transactional standpoint, they're not going to. That'd be stupid. That'd be suicidal for them to do that.
I think, though, Trump is a fascist dictator, and they are saving the American democracy.
I don't know.
And they're globalists. Yeah, but they could, if you convince enough people to a dumb solution, then you kind of win.
I understand what you are saying, but just, I don't know. I don't see them going that far to anger Trump. Because they want Trump.
We might be at that point, though.
They want Trump's good wishes.
Because think about how far the tentacles of Russiagate spread.
Yes.
All the way to Davos. Girl. All the way to those places we don't want to speak of. Although we're going to make our own Davos. It'll be in Shelby County. Only super important people are invited.
That's right.
All right. I don't even know what we have when we come back.
We got a couple things from our montage we haven't covered yet.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
A couple things. We'll be right back.
Hey, my friends, Phil Williams here. You've heard me talk about Inspire Advisors, how Paul Breyer and his team at Inspire Advisors will help you grow your investment portfolio while also screening out the companies that don't stand for conservative Christian principles. Look, they are experts in what is known as biblically responsible investing, and they are now offering a limited opportunity for a free class on that BRI. Check out the class, register for free, their website, www.moneypatternwealth.com. It's godly, it's conservative, it's financial freedom, y'all, with Inspire Advisors at www.moneypatternwealth.com. Check them out. Tell them you heard about it on Rightside Radio.
welcome back to Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair.
You got some cashews?
JP, and we had snack time.
JP started eating his meatloaf, and we were like, I need some popcorn. Now it's stuck in my teeth.
Man, it's so good.
I was going to eat before the show, but we got distracted and I got really hungry. I couldn't wait.
Yeah, it's okay. You just keep eating. We don't need any of that meatloaf.
No, we don't. We don't. We're good.
We'll just watch you.
I'm not going to eat while
Just
we're
kind
running.
of stare.
And the whole
make it
time during the
awkward.
break, he was like, oh, this meatloaf's so good. Oh, it's so good.
So hungry.
Okay.
It's the best.
It's crazy.
So Trump said, what, Poland's doing it right, and otherwise Europe is just screwing it up.
Yeah, and the part that's interesting of what he said was that it may get to a point if there's so much mass migration that these European countries lose their identity and we're no longer allies with them. Because if you think about it, I mean, if we're allies with England because it's England, and then it gets so infiltrated it's no longer England anymore, then why would we be allies? Like, it's a completely different country. So it's actually a really good segue from what we were talking about, because Europe as a whole is in such a position of not wanting to piss off Trump, because if you look at the graph of how much the US gives to NATO versus European countries, it's embarrassing. Like, we are NATO.
I thought we were going to stop that.
I did too. But on top of they are sabotaging the Ukraine peace deal, Europe as a whole. I saw just the other day, or maybe today, that, Trump and Putin had a phone call to try to hash out some the issues that Russia had with the peace deal that we put up a couple weeks ago. And it looked like there was a lot of progress being made. And apparently Zelensky didn't even look at that proposal. Mm-hmm. Why? Because he's got backing from England, France, and Macron, Germany. Tom, you don't need Trump. We got your back. So the whole, it's such a weird relationship, because they're sabotaging the peace deal, but also they don't want the U.S. money to go bye-bye. So as a whole, the mass migration is just kind of a cherry on top of the U.S.-European relations being, I don't know how it looks going forward. Will Trump ever actually pull the plug and say, Europe's Europe, we're done. Y'all handle your own problems, and use mass migration as sort of the entry point into that, saying y'all are so messed up, we don't even want to, we got to fix our own problems. But it's just an interesting, because there's so many different moving parts into that, of the migration, the Ukrainian peace deal, and NATO. Like, will we get to a point where we're just, Europe, y'all handle your crap? I don't know, but it's interesting that the mass migration seems like maybe a low-hanging fruit of a reason to go that route of, they're not even Europe anymore. So then, then what else are we doing? We're paying them how much? So it may be an entry point into bigger discussions, I think.
I was just thinking about textbooks in 100 years.
Oh, boy.
And is this the beginning of the collapse of the West? I mean, think about that. England is about to fall. England is about to fall.
I think what they want to do to America, what they're doing to Europe. So I really don't want to be a pessimist and say Europe is too far gone. But if it's not too far gone yet, then it's pretty close.
I think that yes, but perhaps the fall began a long time ago, and we're just now waking up to it. But what we have for us that Europe doesn't is they were once Christian countries and nations, and now their cathedrals and churches are empty, and it's, there are some revivals happening over there. But if you combined the lack of walking with God as nations as they once did, because they were the bulwark for the world, England was, in Italy. And then you combine that with the immigration. How are you going to combat that if you don't have a biblical foundation to say this is wrong, England's falling, but we're here and we're going to take it back? So I think it's an even more urgent reason for us to remember the faith of our fathers and to call upon that biblical worldview to go and perhaps prevent our country from becoming what Europe is, what Italy is, what Germany is, what any of the countries are. Because you're right, they're not even their countries anymore. So I think, yes, England's going to fall. I don't know how they recapture it without God. And I mean that. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you say, let's be England again. How? Because you once were a Christian nation. How do you do that?
JP, go ahead.
Well, this is not really a side, example because it correlates to what you were talking about. But y'all see the video of the mayor of London, Khan, recently singing the Christmas carols, and his face when he had to come across the Crisis King part, and he was like, "What do I do? What do I look around?"
Uncomfortable.
Like, that's London. Like that England as a whole was the greatest society the world has ever seen, and it was a Christian Western society. Like, Britain used to dominate the world, and now it's not even Britain anymore. And Tucker had his interview with Pierce where he was kind of saying that, and I think I mentioned this on the show, but Pierce goes, "Well, we've evolved so much." Really, Pierce? How? Well, the food has gotten better. Oh, so come in and make England 60% white when it used to be 90%, and completely change its identity. And people are getting arrested for social media posts, and Muslim rape gangs are coming in, and then the fathers who say something mean about the Muslim rape gangs get arrested. That's all fine, but have y'all tried the curry and the food? Oh, it's worth it.
It was just pathetic, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. So it's the identity of they're trying to literally erase Europe and England in particular's identity,
which is the whole point. And that's what's hard for people, especially in the South, to understand that, yes, we want to share our faith with our Islamic friends, our Muslim friends. We do. Absolutely. We have no problem with that. But if you look at their religion as a whole, it is one of dominance. And look at England only, or Germany only, or France only, to know that apart from Christ, England or any of the other countries don't stand a chance. And so, yes, it is the fall of England. Maybe Italy has a chance because Meloni is so good and she is enacting some laws, which is great. Look at Poland. Now everybody wants to go there. Guess what? You can't, because they don't allow immigration. So I don't know what happens from here, but I think just destruction. And it's going to be horrific. And it's not great.
Do you think that politically, just from a purely secular motivation, I get what you're saying, but God, absolutely.
Right.
But for Trump to make those kind of statements that, hey, someday we might actually not be allies, we might be enemies. And I'm willing to say, I mean, he basically said, if they don't do something, that's where we're headed. They're not even the same country. So do you think that there's any chance that politically these governments would be motivated purely just to have the allyship of America?
Yes.
Motivated enough to change their policies, their immigration policies?
Yeah.
No, I don't. I think they're going to try to straddle the fence as long as possible. I think they'll say, okay, well, we can pay a little bit more into NATO. Okay, well, we can do they're going to give as little as possible. I don't think they'll ever get to a point where they actually change their immigration policies just to keep the United States support. And to be honest, I really don't want us to be pulled out of NATO completely. I used to be that guy when I was a big time libertarian, just pull out of NATO completely. I actually don't think that's helpful. I think NATO needs to be brought down a little bit, stop provoking Russia via Ukraine. But I think it's good to have a Western European alliance with America. I think that's good.
Yeah.
But you got to pay your fair share. And then, part of me is like, it's not our country, so we can't dictate their immigration policies. But that may be used as a tool as leverage.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I really don't want it to get to that point. But in terms of if they're politically going to change their policies, I think they're too far gone in that area.
I think the most helpful thing could be for Trump to walk away. I mean, it's like selling a car and you walk away and you're like, yeah, I'm not going to do that deal. Everybody knows about that. And then they call you back and they're like, come on.
Yeah.
That would be the most helpful thing, is if we walked away. But I do think there are countries that are quietly desperate for us to not go away. And that might be the only thing that could help them have enough political capital to say, you guys, do we really want to lose the support of the U.S.? Because without it, they're probably not really going to have a chance to, be themselves again. Germany, France, England specifically.
Clearly, because we're bankrolling everything. I think about like toddlers and adults alike. Like people don't change, countries don't change course without consequences. So at some point we got to start doing what we're going to say. And maybe that was his shot across the bow. Like just
yeah, y'all are milquetoast. We are not.
Yeah.
But I think it was in that same interview he said that NATO calls him daddy.
That's good.
He's trumping it for sure.
That's good.
He's trumping it. Trump gonna Trump. I think that will be interesting to watch. And when we talk about, you said Poland, we can't get in. Hungary, can we get in?
Oh,
like if everything falls apart, can we go there?
Hungary and Poland are the top two. Yeah.
Okay.
And look at their immigration policies. It's interesting.
I mean, Russia would be an option, but it's like it's very clean and they uphold a lot of the same values, but we might get poisoned.
We couldn't do this.
We get poisoned on our first
Yeah, we
night.
couldn't do this, but I mean, it'd be better than probably what's going to start happening here in London. What is happening? Crazy. We probably should go ahead and take a break.
We should probably
before we get into something. Are we going to talk 6th grade teachers telling kids how to be non-binary?
We can probably play that clip again and then go into Would You Rather.
Because I think people probably think, I can't remember where that was. Was it in Washington?
Maryland, I believe.
Maryland. Okay. I have a whole document of books and things that came off my Shelby County child's Chromebook that is exactly this. This isn't just a liberal Maryland, San Francisco issue. So listen up when we come back. If we'll play it again, it'll be good. And then we'll get into Would You Rather. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Rightside Radio, where maybe we had snack time part 2. You know,
still staring at that meatloaf.
We do what we got to do. I'm Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair and JP, and we had Nacho Average Tuesday, and I would say that's true.
It felt like kind of Friday-ish.
It did feel like Friday-ish.
Yeah.
It's only Tuesday.
I know. Tomorrow we
and
have
Amy Beth has popcorn on her mouth. Come here.
Oh,
No, other side.
that's shameful.
Oh, there we go.
Wow. Usually my husband's the one who'd be like, you got some fruit on your face. That's not how he sounds.
That's a real friend.
That's a true. It's the same friend when you walk out with toilet paper on your shoe.
Mm-hmm. Happened.
You know,
It's happened.
it's real. Or pepper in your teeth.
Spinach. Chocolate.
It's a thing.
What are you laughing at?
Sorry, I need to put the would you rather away.
Okay,
I just
every
scroll.
day. I'm not even going to ask anymore.
Okay.
Okay.
We can play the video we were talking about.
Yes.
Oh, God. Yeah.
So lay the groundwork. This is a Maryland 6th grade teacher.
A mail-in.
Maryland
Oh.
6th grade teacher.
That was very Southern.
Sorry.
A mail-in.
Maryland.
Maryland 6th grade teacher talking about non-binaryism.
We were actually going to be talking about tips for being non-binary. This, again, is a question that I often get in my DMs on Instagram. Do you have any tips for being non-binary? So my advice about this is to, if you feel like a label will be helpful for you, then go ahead and attach yourself to that label, but don't feel like you have to stick to it. And you're able to change. You can evolve. I have had that experience myself in my own journey. I did identify as straight, even though I never really was. I identified as bi for a minute, even though I actually was never bi. And then I identified as a lesbian, which is probably the closest terminology for my sexuality, because I like girls. And the non-binary thing also came around in an odd way, because I always kind of identified as this androgynous person, and I sort of evolved to feel, okay, this androgynous word is the right word for me. But then I was like, oh, the new word that the kids are using these days is non-binary, and I think that makes more sense. So things are going to evolve and change, and I would say it's really important to just have that space, have that openness to your own evolution as a person. Number 7 is binding. I'm actually going to do an entire YouTube episode on how to bind properly. My general advice
But let me just read. I found this on Libs of TikTok. And so here's what they said. This is a 6th grade students at Westland Middle School in Maryland. We're giving a lesson during Transgender Awareness Week, which included LGBTQ propaganda on being transgender and 8 tips for being non-binary. The video promotes the idea that you can change your gender, sexuality, and teaches about binding your testicles. Oh. And it was shown to all these kids, these 6th graders, paid for by taxpayer dollars. So before you go, oh my gosh, I can't believe that's happening in Maryland. That would never happen in Alabama. Wrong. Oak Mountain High School counselor's desk right outside where any child could come grab it. A gender transition resource guide. Some of the books I found on my child's Chromebook that are from the online library supplied through Shelby County Schools. Y'all would die if you saw some of the pictures, the stories, the propaganda that is in these books. And these kids have access to them with no adult supervision, no counselor to talk through these things. It is just verbal vomit, total disgusting evil agenda right there at their fingertips all day long.
Which goes back to something we read to our friends a few weeks ago from the communist, the 45 goals of the communist agenda, which is make degeneracy seem normal and acceptable. Oh, and also separate children from their families.
And infiltrate the schools. And they've done it very, very well.
So I don't know why this person is teaching or why they have the audacity to do this, but that is all around us. And you're exactly right. It's in our backyard.
It's a walking endorsement for school choice.
Do you think they brought them all into the gymnasium and said, kids, sit down and put that up on the big screen? What?
I don't know, but at the very least, anybody who questioned it was probably mocked and shamed.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That girl was a very good transgender or whatever. Non-binary. Because if she didn't say she was a lesbian, I would have really been stumped.
Really?
I I really, the whole time, because I hadn't seen the full clip, I was like, is that a girl that thinks it's a boy, or is that a boy that thinks, like, she knocked it out of the park on the non-binary part.
This was going in my head when she was talking the whole time.
That's good. That's good, JP.
That's pretty good.
By the way, we got about 30 seconds.
Oh,
Would you
okay.
rather?
Would you rather?
Quickly.
Okay. Would you rather be an unknown superhero or an infamous villain? So
Unknown
pretty much,
superhero.
would you rather be Batman or Joker? Pretty much.
Oh, Batman.
Batman.
Okay, here's the thing though. If I'm gonna be a superhero, I'm good with being like unseen, but I want there to be rumors about like, have you heard about this guy? This.
Well, that's
I
part of it.
saw
I
him
mean,
that
like
one time.
JP, you write the rules.
I gotta be like the aura with that of like Batman standing over his tower, looking instead of Joker being the crazy maniac that everybody sees. I don't know. I think unknown superhero is the auraful way to go.
See, I would just, it kind of bother me to not get some credit, but I guess that's the way you get credit, is if there's rumors and people are talking.
The mystery.
But the Joker is terrifying. I can't watch those movies.
Yeah, no, I can't either.
Scary.
The first one was great. The second one was awful.
Is that the one where he killed himself? Literally?
I think the second one
Heath
was.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ledger? Because it was so demonic? Yeah.
Yeah.
no, that's a hard pass.
Tomorrow is What the Hell County Wednesday.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't think we have anybody coming on. We'll have hot flash news. What else?
The montage and whatever else we get ourselves into.
Whatever else. I hope you have lots of meatloaf for dinner, JP, and hope you have a great night. Abs.
Yes, ma'am.
See you tomorrow. See all y'all tomorrow too.